I am a sucker for anything themed or with a mascot. I remember going to McDonald's was always a treat. I remember begging my mom to take my brother and I to McDonald's just so I could hope that I got an Inspector Gadget head in my Happy Meal. Yeah, the food sucked, but being inside was a spectacle. Ronald McDonald, the ball pit, a toy you can actually play with. That was awesome. But over the years, all those fun-themed restaurants all but disappeared. I loved going to places like Discovery Zone, Chuck E. Cheese, Space Aliens, Planet Hollywood, the Hard Rock Cafe. But over the years, all those fun-themed restaurants have all but disappeared, and they're just memories now. Hell, you go to McDonald's now and the fun is just gone. It's like some bland bureaucratic government building. It feels more like the Bureau of Fast Food Consumption. So when I found out a small fraction of those fun-themed restaurants are still around, I gotta go. And what's a better themed restaurant than the Rainforest Cafe? If you've never been to or even heard of the Rainforest Cafe, it's a jungle-themed restaurant started in 1994 at the Mall of America. At its peak, there was 51 locations in America and Canada. Today, there's only 18. And the nearest one near me is 3 hours away in Auburn Hills, Michigan. And along my road trip, I passed by Fangboner Road, Wood County, Dix Highway, and Big Beaver Road, all the while driving 69 miles per hour. That's the sex number. But I finally made it to my destination at the Great Lakes Crossing Outlet. I'm giddy with anticipation walking into this mall. And this mall was packed. They had a carousel going on, and they had tons of people in the food court, which, why are you eating at the food court when you can be eating at the Rainforest Cafe? I had a little bit of time to kill, so I decided to go back into my emo roots and visit Hot Topic. And then I made it to a Bass Pro Shop. There was a shooting arcade. There's all these big bearded real men who know how to do things, and they were just looking at me like, are you a lost child? Then we stopped in this little kawaii shop. Then I found out that there was this really cool aquarium called Sea Life. And then walking through this place was so awesome. Tropical fish, deep sea fish, fish from everywhere. And there's this little dome thing where you can actually be inside of the tank, which was meant for little kids, but that's not going to stop me from going in. And it was just really cool to have all these fish just swim around your head. And this tank was awesome. You got this guy who was a camera hog, and he just kept bumping fish out of the way just to get into the shot. And he became my buddy, so I named him Finley. I even tried getting these cool black and white striped fish, and guess who popped up? My best friend Finley. And then there was the touch tank. Got to pet starfish, where you can actually stick your hands in and pet whatever this thing is. And whatever this thing is, it just kept attaching to my finger, and it was really sticky and slimy, and I couldn't help myself. These things were so weird to touch. I spent entirely too much time at that touch tank. This room was awesome. It was just wall-to-wall circle of tanks, and it felt like I was in a 80s rich guy's house. I've never got to see a seahorse before, so I finally got to see a seahorse, and he was chowing down on his lunch. Some more awesome-looking tropical fish, and hey, there's Nemo. Hi, Nemo. Dude, these underwater domes for kids were everywhere, and I couldn't help myself but go through them. And it was only a matter of time before I...
Oh, fuck.
Oh, and the stingray pool. Never got to see stingrays before. It was pretty awesome seeing how they swim. They kind of look like little cowboy hats. Here's this stingray's little smile, and they crashed right into each other. And out of all the fish, I would surely pick a stingray to be a hat. And then we got the deep sea fish and there's this poor ugly guy. You got this guy with a horn on his head, this awesome yellow fish, and this guy. And here's another walking dome with just giant fish. While looking inside, I couldn't help but see
It's a turtle.
a turtle swimming above me. I'm continuing walking through this dome where fish are just swimming above you. There's tons of sharks and giant fish and all these underwater creatures. There's jellyfish that you can change the lights on, and of course I had to play with them. Getting into more deep sea shenanigans with all these creatures, watching this shark swim by, and at one point they even let me swim into a tank. Just kidding, I wasn't really in a tank. I know nothing about fish, or the names, or location, or really anything. Yeah, I could have read the information that was on the wall, but I didn't wanna. I just want to look at the fish. And then we had to exit through the gift shop. I even found a street light with my name on it. And you can scan the QR code and get your picture, and I'm not going to pay for it, so I took it. Then it came time for the main event of the evening. My adventure starts here. That's right, the Rainforest Cafe. Years of anticipation finally comes to a conclusion as I have walked inside. Monkeys with Christmas hats, just like how it is in the jungle. Snakes swinging from the ceiling. Alligators coming out of the mist. I was on cloud 9 to finally be at the Rainforest Cafe. First thing I had to do was find a cup with my name on it. And I searched and searched and they didn't have my name. Until I found this one. But then again, I think I'm also grandma's hero. Like I said, I'm a sucker for mascots and themes. They have souvenir pennies, I'm getting myself a souvenir penny. They call us in to eat and walk through this huge tank, fish on it. More monkeys with Santa hats, just like in the jungle. And we sat underneath a starry night. I specifically didn't look at the menu prior to coming, and I was just gonna get whatever on day up. So I got myself a cheetorita, then out of nowhere, terror struck. All of the animals were howling. I didn't know what to do. I was shaking in my boots. I was terrified. This was the most scared I've ever been in my life. The elephants were elephanting. It was a thunderstorm inside the Rainforest Cafe. Everything went back to normal and I got my cheetorita, and that was pretty damn good. I was looking through the menu and I decided to get the most silliest name possible. The Amazon fajitas, the Rainforest burger, the jungle turkey wrap, the beastly burger, the Rasta pasta. So many awesome food names, but the best food name was... Yes, can I have the Iggy Piggy sandwich, please?
Can I get you anything else?
That comes with the safari pies, correct?
It does.
Yeah, I'll have that.
Okay.
And just like in a real jungle, Christmas music was playing throughout the restaurant. I'm waiting for my food, and then all of a sudden, I started shaking again. Could it be another thunderstorm? Yes, another thunderstorm was happening inside the Rainforest Cafe. How could this happen? I thought we were inside of a mall. It's another thunderstorm. I couldn't believe it. So after 2 thunderstorms, I had to pee. I walk into the king of the jungle. The bathroom was themed. But as I looked around the bathroom, I couldn't help but notice birds were everywhere. If you know me, you know I'm terrified of birds. I locked myself in the bathroom stall. I didn't know what to do. All these birds are throughout the bathroom watching me pee. I got stage fright. I can't have eyes watching me pee. These birds were laughing at me, telling me to hurry up and go. They're calling me little pee-pee boy. And then I met these guys, and they assured me it's all good. The birds weren't here to laugh at my wiener and call me little pee-pee boy. I soon became friends with this monkey, and I'd like to say he's my boy now. I come back from the restroom, and sitting there is my Iggy Piggy sandwich. Hey, this was one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. pretty damn good. Then out of nowhere, with no warning, a third thunderstorm hits. I can't handle this much terror. The monkeys with the Santa hats are trying to get me. This bird hanging above my head may poop on me. And this kind lady at the table next to me said,
We're gonna get you, it's okay.
So at this point, all my fears were gone. The Rainforest Cafe is more than just some silly jungle-themed restaurant. It was a really fun experience. I ate the safari fries, I drank the Cheetorita, I scarfed down the Iggy Piggy sandwich. Hell, I even got this to-go cup where I drank an icy out of Cha-Cha's head. Holding this souvenir cup from the Rainforest Cafe is like holding a trophy. What silly themed restaurant am I going to next? I don't know. Margaritaville?